What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. I'm Warren Thompson, and not only did we get a new trailer for The Flash today, but for some lucky folks over at Cinemacon, which is happening right now, they got to actually watch the movie. They screened it at Cinemacon for a selective audience, and what's really interesting about this that had us all pretty intrigued was they're showing a non-finished version of the actual film. So a lot of people were saying, well, they must be pretty dang confident in this movie if they're showing a unfinished version of it. But nonetheless, we found out that the people who got to see it would actually be able to talk about it afterwards. Obviously no spoilers, but tweet a little review, a little reaction, and kind of give us their overall thoughts. And that's exactly what they did. This happened just a few minutes ago. And most of the reactions, if not all of them, are actually really good. Not just good, but actually pretty fantastic. It had a lot of controversy, of course, surrounding Ezra Miller, and a lot of people thought, well, the only reason they're kind of keeping Ezra on board and not scrapping the entire project is because this movie was rumored to be amazing, and it's looking like it really is amazing. So let's go over and talk about these reviews. But first, big thank you to Cook Unity for sponsoring this video. Staying healthy and in superhero shape while still eating delicious food just got a whole lot easier thanks to Cook Unity. Cook Unity is the first chef-to-consumer platform delivering freshly prepared, pre-selected meals right to your door weekly. Look, if you're like me and you try to get in good shape but find yourself too busy to make a decent meal, then Cook Unity is for you. I go to the gym often, but due to being so busy, I find myself eating out and eating fast food a lot for convenience. But that has all changed thanks to Cook Unity. Now I eat delicious meals prepared by actual chefs. Tonight I'll be eating Nikkei-style shrimp fajitas prepared by Chef Brandon Kita. The Cook Unity chefs offer up a wide range of meals with over 7 different dietary preference filters, including vegan, paleo, and gluten-free. The best part is the meals come fully cooked, so all you have to do is heat them up. And Cook Unity makes it super easy through a weekly subscription, which is super flexible. You can pause it, skip weeks, or cancel at any time. So go to cookunity.com/cosmicwonder or click the link in the description below and use my code CosmicWonder50 to get 50% off your first order of Cook Unity meals to try them out for yourself. All right, so we'll start with Humberto Gonzalez, who got to see it, who is with The Wrap. He tweeted out stating, "Believe the hype," in all caps. Christopher Nolan movies aside, the Flash movie is the greatest DC movie of the last 30 years that belongs in the same conversation as Superman 78 and Batman 89. The movie breaks incredible new ground in superhero cinema and honors DC lore of years past. #The Flash. That is some serious high praise. With the exception of the Christian Bale Batman trilogy that we got from Christopher Nolan, he states that this is the greatest DC movie of the last 30 years. And he says that this movie belongs in the same conversation as Batman 89, which is kind of ironic, but also very fitting because Michael Keaton is Batman 89, and Michael Keaton is Batman in The Flash. So one fantastic review. Then we have Jermaine Lucier over at Gizmodo, a senior reporter. He states, "Yup, The Flash is as good as rumored. It's Back to the Future meets Spider-Man No Way Home with all the humor and heart of the former and action and surprises of the latter. If anything, it might be a tad too ambitious, but it's also just incredibly satisfying, heartwarming, and fun." I don't know about y'all, but I'm all for Back to the Future meets Spider-Man. That sounds awesome, but the line "too ambitious" catches my attention. We've already seen that they are trying to be pretty dang ambitious in this movie. They have the Flash, they have a couple of different Batman, maybe even more Batman, some that we don't know about. There's been some rumors. They have Supergirl, General Zod is returning. There's rumors of other cameos like Wonder Woman. They've tried to do a lot, but according to all of these reviews, and of course we'll get into more, it sounds like it all worked. So moving on to Eric Davis from Fandango. He states, "DC's The Flash is, in all caps, tremendous. Forget DC. It is without a doubt among the best superhero films ever made. An all-timer, inventive storytelling, fantastic action sequences, great cast. So many nerdy details. I'm in tears at the end. Everything you want from a superhero film and more." He continued to state, "I'm honestly floored it's this good. As a monster Back to the Future fan, it has Back to the Future vibes all day. Michael Keaton is amazing, as expected, and this is the best Ezra Miller has been as Flash. Affleck gets some of his best Batman moments too, and Sasha Calle rocks. That is really high praise from Eric Davis of Fandango. It says a lot that he is saying this. He literally said it's one of the greatest superhero films of all times, which I have been saying it does have the potential, and a lot of you have been questioning me, understandably so. But if it's anything like what we're hearing and what we've seen in the trailer, well, now trailers as of today, it sounds like this movie is just going to be phenomenal. But here's a reaction/review that really caught my attention. This is coming from Rob Keyes, brand and PR director for Screen Rant. He says, just watched The Flash at Cinemacon. It has some stuff in it you will not believe, and it showcases much more of Barry Allen's powers. It is indeed one of DC's best, and fits nicely as a bridge story between the old and new DCEU franchises. It's also the funniest DC movie. Now that caught my attention right there, it being the funniest DC movie. Now I've seen some of the humor in the trailers, and I do like it. It looks like good humor. But as intense and as emotional as some of these people are describing this movie, and the trailers do give off that vibe, it's very shocking to hear that this is one of the funniest DC movies, or according to Rob, the funniest. But he goes on to state, the audience at Cinemacon loved The Flash. It has some mega CG heavy scenes, and I'm curious what everyone will think of the ending. The way some things play out in The Flash are not what you're expecting. You may think you know, but you don't. So somehow, Warner Brothers, DC, managed to keep some secrets from us. Usually they don't, let's be honest. But I'm really glad to hear that The Flash has some secrets in it and some twists and turns that we're not expecting. Then we have Eric Eisenberg, who is assistant managing editor for Cinema Blend, who said this: I didn't know what to make of the hype before The Flash, but wow, the movie is an absolute blast from end to end. It's hilarious, thrilling, emotional, and surprising. What an incredible way to launch the next chapter of DC movies. Get excited. Now, that sentence is really great. It's hilarious, thrilling, emotional, and surprising. Again, another one stating that it is hilarious, but we also have thrilling and emotional, which is really the vibe that the movie gives off from the trailers, which I'm looking forward to. I'm excited to see a serious movie that also does have some humor to it. Apparently, some really good humor. And then, of course, another one that says surprising. So they have hid some pretty big stuff from us. And then last but not least, Jenna Bush from VitalThrills.com says The Flash is pretty great, and it makes sense to me now why DC didn't shelve this one. Michael Keaton is chef's kiss. I didn't realize how much I needed Keaton's Batman in my life again. Some really emotional moments here. Sasha Calle is awesome. I want to see more of her. So some good reviews about Sasha as well, which is something that I was really looking forward to, seeing her play Supergirl. And I'm really glad to hear Michael Keaton's Batman is good. I hoped that he would be fantastic because they were bringing him back. It would be horrible if he came back and it just wasn't a good movie. But again, the reviews from these major outlets, they're really good. They're not just really good, they are fantastic. I've searched the internet for a lot of reviews and I've yet to really see any bad ones. So the fact that this movie is kind of phenomenal seems to be why DC decided to keep this movie even after all the stuff happened with Ezra. And luckily, the rest of us do not have that much longer to wait until we finally get to see this movie in its full completion. It sounds like it's going to be amazing, but hey, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest DC news and so you can enter our giveaway for a chance to win an Xbox Series X, a PS5, some Marvel Legends stuff, or some DC stuff. Winner gets to choose and we pick a winner at the end of each month. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.